Tindall's brutal put-down of Prince Harry reveals what the younger royals, especially Zara, Princess Anne's daughter, really think about the Sussexes.
The last time that Harry and Meghan were in the UK, and Tindall very publicly snubbed the couple then. Mike Tindall is done.
A major royal controversy has exploded out of London this week as Mike Tindall delivered what is being called a brutal, public takedown of Prince Harry. Standing on stage during a live podcast recording at the Hay Literary Festival, Princess and son-in-law completely dropped the diplomatic filter and mocked the Duke of Sussex directly by name. In a stinging remark that has sent shockwaves through the palace, Tindall joked that he remembers Harry when he was fun, pointedly using the past tense. Royal insiders report that while this forward joke may seem small, it is actually the loudest declaration yet from the younger generation of royals, including Princess Anne's daughter, Zara, confirming that they are officially done with the Sussexes and that the old Harry is a thing of the past.
Done with Harry.
Mike Tindall, Princess Anne's son-in-law, stood up at the Hay Literary Festival this week and on the record, on the podcast tape, mocked Harry by name. The line, in his exact phrasing, was Harry when he was fun. Past tense.
But the drama escalates significantly from the stage in Wales to a small church in the Cotswolds, where an even bigger royal snub has just been delivered. Peter Phillips, the King's eldest grandson, is finalizing the guest list for his upcoming wedding to Harriet on the 6th of June, and Prince Harry has been completely blacked out. While King Charles, the Princess of Wales, and Mike and Zara Tindall are all confirmed to attend this private family affair, the man who stood right beside Peter in that very chapel exactly 10 years ago is nowhere to be found. Experts are calling this a wild, devastating slap in the face and the ultimate royal cancellation. Delivered once through a devastating joke and once through a brutal guest list, the family's final verdict is clear. Harry and Meghan have been completely pushed out of the inner circle.
Honestly, this is such great stuff. Mike Tindall has joked that he remembers Prince Harry when he was fun around 15 years ago.
This is an absolute royal bombshell, a mind-boggling snub that confirms the ultimate family verdict on the king's younger son. What we are witnessing right now is a coordinated, two-pronged strike against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, delivered within days of each other, once through a biting public joke and once through a brutal wedding guest list. While they are facing this together as husband and wife, insiders report that it is Harry who is feeling this devastating rejection most keenly. This isn't just random gossip. When you look at the facts side by side, it becomes a single, undeniable reality. The family has delivered their final judgment, and a mysterious photograph from 2022, which left everyone baffled at the time, suddenly makes complete and undeniable sense this week.
Married to a lovely Harriet, and Harry and Meghan have been snubbed. They've been pushed out.
This is a brutal snub. This is a wild slap in the face. Harry will be devastated. Peter has dumped Harry. It's the ultimate cancellation because it's a royal cancellation. It is a royal snub. It's mind-boggling that Harry wasn't invited. And it's absolutely true, they are husband and wife. But it's Harry who will be feeling this.
The drama unfolded in the quiet Welsh border town of Hay-on-Wye, during a live recording of the hit rugby podcast hosted by Mike Tindall, James Haskell, and Alex Payne. Standing before a sophisticated literary festival crowd, Tindall completely went rogue, revealing that producers had explicitly warned him backstage to stay away from controversial royal topics. He didn't just ignore the warning, he used a story about his own 2011 wedding to Zara to take a direct shot at Prince Harry. While teasing his co-host, Tindall dropped the 4 words that are now echoing across the globe: Harry when he was fun. Public sentiment following the broadcast has been fiercely critical, with commentators branding Harry a spiteful liar who has lost his way, completely consumed by an ambition to put Meghan on the throne. The true gravity of this fallout lies in just how deep this broken bond runs. This isn't a distant relative speaking out, this is Mike Tindall, the man who trusted Harry enough to name him the godfather of his second daughter, Lena. These two families used to celebrate Christmas together at Sandringham, and the Tindalls were front and center at Harry and Meghan's wedding. According to breaking reports from the Daily Mail, that once unbreakable relationship is officially dead. To cap off a night of total defiance, Tindall swiftly pivoted from mocking Harry to joking about Prince Andrew, laughing off claims that he has his own private bedroom at Buckingham Palace, leaving no doubt that the inner royal circle has drawn a permanent line in the sand. The royal crisis has deepened tonight as the full, shocking context behind Mike Tindall's podcast appearance comes to light, revealing a family ruthlessly cutting ties with its most controversial figures. At the exact moment Tindall was taking shots at Prince Andrew on stage, Thames Valley Police were confirming a massive expansion of their misconduct investigation into Andrew to include alleged sexual offenses. Tindall didn't even need to know the precise timing. The audience already knew, roaring with laughter as he joked about Andrew's notorious, massive teddy bear collection. Commentators are calling it a hilarious but highly strategic jive, proving that the family is now using sharp humor as a coping mechanism to navigate this period of intense stress and scandal. But while the crowd in Wales was laughing, the ultimate confirmation of a royal exile was being published by Hello magazine. In a cold, 11-word statement, a close friend of the family delivered the final verdict on the brotherhood. Peter and Harry haven't spoken for several years and have simply lost touch. This quiet, clinical language is being used to mask a devastating reality ahead of Peter Phillips' upcoming wedding to NHS nurse Harriet Spurling on June 6 at All Saints Church in Kent. As both the bride and groom are divorced, they required special permission from the vicar to marry, and while the entire senior royal family, including King Charles, Queen Camilla, and the Prince and Princess of Wales are rushing to attend, Prince Harry has been completely banned from the chapel. This is a brutal, heartbreaking snub because Peter Phillips wasn't just a cousin, he was the emotional minder sent to Balmoral in 1997 to shield Harry after Princess Diana's tragic death. Now, Harry joins a disgraced list of names completely barred from the wedding, standing alongside Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson as total outcasts. Royal correspondent Emily Andrews revealed that the wider family feels Harry's behavior is simply unforgivable, and they are aggressively pushing back. While some critics are calling this total banishment childish, the message from the palace is deafeningly clear. Harry has behaved badly, the family has run out of patience, and he has been permanently put on the shelf. The curtain has been completely ripped back on the royal family's unified front, exposing a deep-seated resentment that goes far beyond Prince William and King Charles. The shocking reality gripping the public tonight is that the non-titled royals, the cousins, the aunts, and the family members without official offices or PR teams, have officially cast their votes, and they have voted to permanently lock Prince Harry out. This elite-level rejection is not a sudden whim. A deeper look into the archives proves this fallout has been simmering for exactly 4 years. Bombshell reports are pointing back to June 2022, during the late Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee at St. Paul's Cathedral. While the press hailed the event as a grand display of royal unity, famed body language expert Judy James published a chilling analysis in the Express that everyone conveniently forgot, until now. James documented the exact moment the family fractured on the cathedral steps. While Zara Tindall was happy to chat with an anxious Harry, Mike Tindall stood rigid, facing forward with a look of pure awkwardness, using his order of service like a shield. In a calculated move, Mike struck up a conversation with Viscount Linley, who aggressively turned his back on Prince Harry, physically cutting him off from the family. The underlying tension runs even deeper, stretching back to Princess Eugenie's wedding, which was notoriously overshadowed when Meghan Markle chose that exact moment to announce her pregnancy, leaving Eugenie absolutely devastated. Insiders close to the situation reveal that Peter Phillips' bride-to-be, Harriet Spurling, wants absolutely no part of that dramatic history repeating itself on her special day. While some royal romanticists argue that the late Queen doted on Harry and would never show open disapproval, the cold hard facts of 2026 paint a wildly different picture. The quiet rebellion that began on the steps of St. Paul's Cathedral 4 years ago has culminated in the ultimate execution. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been completely erased from the guest list, proving the family's verdict was decided long ago. A meticulous forensic analysis of recent royal events has exposed what can only be described as a beautifully coordinated, 4-year silent execution of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from the royal fold. Commentators are pointing directly back to a single This is no longer a collection of isolated incidents or random gossip, but a terrifying convergence of 4 distinct dates moving in one absolute direction. It began with that paper wall at St. Paul's in 2022, followed by a shocking broadcast on Talk TV on March 10, 2026, where royal biographer Angela Levin, who spent 15 months documenting a once lovely, kind, and funny Prince Harry, witnessed a deeply telling shift. Levin exposed a recent television appearance where Harry actively pulled his hand away from Meghan's grip, looking less like a husband and more like an exhausted security official opening car doors for his principal. This internal marital strain was instantly compounded by Hello! Magazine's May exclusive delivering the brutal 11-word wedding ban, and finally sealed by Tindall's 4-word public execution last weekend. One of these events is noise, but all 4 lined up is what a final verdict looks like before the public ever hears it named. The most damning revelation gripping the public tonight is that the official palace machine, the capital I institution, has said absolutely nothing, because it doesn't have to. The real power to define this family does not lie within formal HR press releases, but within the untitled, unofficed royals who actually dictate the family's boundaries. This devastating eviction is happening because Princess Anne, one of the most fiercely respected and hardest-working royals in the entire institution, has deemed it completely acceptable to banish Harry from her son Peter's wedding. Mike Tindall, who was once genuinely close friends with the Duke of Sussex, has signaled this shift for 4 years without a single press release. The verdict is officially in, the line in the sand has been drawn by the people who matter most, and Prince Harry is left facing the reality of a total, permanent royal blackout. But it is the third Saturday, June 6, 2026, that delivers the final, heartbreaking execution of this royal exile. At All Saints Church in Kemble, a 48-year-old Peter Phillips is marrying Harriet Spurling in a quiet, sensible second wedding. The entire inner circle has assembled: King Charles, the Princess of Wales, Mike, Zara, and Princess and are all there to walk the groom down the aisle. Yet, the man who shared those historic Windsor Saturdays with Peter is completely missing. The family aisle that once held them all together has officially narrowed, leaving absolutely no room for Prince Harry. An envelope simply never arrived, and the message behind that empty mailbox is deafening. This is what a real family verdict looks like when it doesn't come wrapped in a formal palace press release. The official institution remained completely silent because it didn't need to speak. The people without titles and offices did the talking for them. It is now a brutal reality of Team Wales versus an increasingly isolated Team Sussex, a lonely exile finalized in the exact same week by Mike Tindall's sharp tongue and Peter Phillips' guest list. Tindall has known Harry for 15 years, and those 15 years of history are what gave his 4-word joke its lethal precision. The silent rebellion that began in the Rose of St. Paul's Cathedral has culminated in a total blackout, proving that while the palace machine handles the politics, it is the family itself that decides who stays and who is permanently put on the shelf.